Something happened recently that no son should ever have to face. A fake HOA crew tried to intimidate my 93-year-old mother on her own land. And when I stepped in, they tried to claim her ranch, all because I told them they'd picked the wrong family. The only thing that got taken over that day was their little operation. Let me start from the beginning. And before we get into it, drop a comment telling me which country you're watching from. Let's see how far this story travels. I've dealt with gunfire on missions overseas, but nothing spikes my blood pressure like someone threatening my family. My mom, Evelyn Hart, has lived on our Texas ranch for more than 6 decades. The land is fully owned, taxes clean, and there's no legitimate HOA anywhere within miles. But that didn't stop 3 guys in matching polo shirts with HOA enforcement stenciled on the back from marching up our driveway with clipboards like they ran the place. They handed my mom an official complaint, claiming her flower beds violated community design rules and her barn blocked their view corridor. Translation: total fabricated nonsense. Texas property code is crystal clear. If you don't sign an HOA agreement, they have 0 authority over your land. Trespassing, on the other hand, very illegal. When I told them to leave, one of them, a stocky guy with wraparound shades, smirked and said, "We can do this the easy way or the hard way." That was the moment my instincts flipped from polite to protective. Years as a Navy SEAL taught me to de-escalate, but also how to finish a threat if I have to. I stepped forward. The easy way? You're standing in it. They made the mistake of moving toward my mom, so I moved first. The first guy tried to shoulder past me. Wrong call. I caught his wrist, twisted, and used his own momentum to plant him face first in the gravel. The second, tall and wiry, grabbed at me from behind. I pivoted, swept his legs, and he hit the dirt so hard his clipboard flew like a frisbee. The third hesitated, then reached into his polo like he was grabbing something. I closed distance, hooked his arm, and pinned him against the barn wall before he could pull out the cheap folding knife he had hidden. "Let me guess," I said. "You're not here about flowers, so what's the real reason?" He spat. "Your mom's sitting on prime development land. My boss wants it. He doesn't take no." That was all I needed. This wasn't an HOA. It was a shakedown, a fake enforcement team trying to scare my mother into surrendering her property. That's extortion, plus criminal trespass, both felonies here. I zip-tied their wrists with the plastic ties I always keep in my truck, sat them in the shade of the barn, and called the sheriff. Inside, Mom was calmly sipping tea like nothing had happened. She said, "They came to the wrong ranch, didn't they?" with a little grin. 15 minutes later, the sheriff arrived, watched my body cam footage, and shook his head. "These guys aren't on any HOA list. They're tied to a developer we're already investigating." They got hauled off in patrol cars, but I knew their boss wouldn't quit. Not if he wanted the land badly enough to send muscle. I didn't have to wait long. 2 days later, a brand new black Escalade crept up the drive, the kind of car that screams trouble out here. I stepped off the porch and planted myself between it and my mom's front door. A man in a tailored Navy suit stepped out, polished shoes, gold cufflinks, and arrogance you could smell. 2 security guys flanked him, bigger and more confident than the first crew. "Mr. Kane," he said smoothly, "I believe there's been a misunderstanding. If your mother is reasonable, we can make this disappear." "And by reasonable, you mean giving up her deed for pennies?" He smiled without warmth. "This land is wasted on cattle. My investors want to develop. Take our offer now or deal with my men." His mistake was assuming I'd hesitate. The first guard stepped forward, so I stepped in. Open palm to the chest, sent him crashing into the Escalade hard enough to rock it on its suspension. The second reached for me. I hooked his arm, turned him, and dropped him on the dirt. The third stumbled back, suddenly not so confident. "You think you can stop progress?" he barked. I pulled out my phone and tapped the sheriff's number. "I already have. You sent men to threaten my mother. It's all on camera. Add coercion, trespassing, and conspiracy to the list. Oh, and I'm a Navy SEAL. You won't win the physical fight either." The sheriff's cruiser rolled up just as the man tried to scramble back into his SUV. Too late. He ended up in cuffs, and the Escalade got towed right off our land. Mom stepped onto the porch, tea steaming in the morning sun. "Well, I guess we're not selling." I smiled. "No, Mom, we're not selling. We're making sure nobody ever tries this again, because if they do, I'll be waiting."
Every neighborhood has its secrets, and every Karen leaves her mark. If you love true HOA stories like this, make sure to watch more on our channel, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-life neighborhood drama. Thank you.